You know, where was I recently? I went to a place and I remember making the comment, everybody says hello. People said hello. People were friendly. When you went into a place, when you were on the street, when you went, I was just like, I said, oh my God, I have not been in a place. It felt small enough, but it wasn't small, where people kept saying, hello, have a nice day, this looks very good. So it's that basic.
So you'd make it a law
No,
that you have
not
to say
law.
hello?
No, I don't legislate these things at all. I think it's more of a it's a cultural shift. It's a return to practices that still are prevalent in many other parts of the world.
Talking to strangers.
Yes, talking to strangers.
Okay, so you're going to make it illegal
It's an
not to talk to
incredible
strangers.
thing to talk to strangers.
So Esther Perel makes it illegal not to talk to strangers. Talking to strangers.
Illegal? No, I said don't bring the law into it. It's much more art than law. Anybody who these days can make people laugh or sing together is doing holy work. So go sing with people, or go.
Why?
Because when you sing together, you create a collective resonance. You actually are bringing that resonance that is very empathic, it's very kind, it's compassionate, it's caring, it's playful. It brings out a whole set of other things in people. And the third thing would be teach people how to have conflict. You asked me before when you argue with your partner. I think that the majority of our arguments are about three basic things. And this is based on Howard Markman's work, but it's not the issue you're fighting about. Actually, what you can often ask is, what is it that you're fighting for? And what people fight for when they argue whatever thing they're having a spat about, they fight for power and control. Who makes the decision and whose priorities matter most? They fight for trust, for care and closeness. Can I trust you? Do you have my back? Can I lean on you? Can I rely on you? Will you show up for me? And they fight for respect and recognition. Do you value me? Do I matter?
And does this all translate to work? You've now started doing a lot more work with businesses and companies around sort of their working culture and connection and relationships in the workplace. All of those things you just listed there, are they also the reasons why our relationships are successful or unsuccessful in a work environment?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually have been working with corporations and in the business world for quite a while, and have been talking and speaking with corporations and companies. But what is new is that I became an advisor to a number of companies, in particular, in this case, with Culture Amp. And the reason that became such a wonderful collaboration is because I brought my clinical expertise and they're bringing massive amounts of data science, people science, 1.5 billion experience survey points. I mean, it's just like, so it's no longer just my intuitive sense, it's backed. And we created this card game because my original card game, people wanted, the corporate was demanding for it, but every time they had to take out the cards with the pink triangles, which were the sex questions, in order to make it work safe. Safe for work. So I said, okay, let's create a game just for the workplace that will create meaningful relationships at work. And what's fascinating is that what the research showed is that there are 4 major relational pillars that actually sustain this quality of relationships in the workplace. And they are directly connected to these 3 things that I said we fight for. So one was trust, one was belonging.
Okay, so on trust, how do I know what is trust in specific terms? What does that mean?
Trust is a leap of faith. Trust is a sense that it's an active engagement with the unknown, says Rachel Botsman. It's like, trust is not I know for sure. Trust is I don't know for sure and I'm willing to believe it.
And
that's the definition of the word trust.
And in a work context, what does that mean?
It means that I can rely on you, on my team,
yeah.
on my manager, that you have my back,
yeah.
that you're not going to betray me, you're not going to put your interests ahead of mine, you are not going to take credit when it's not yours. that you care about me and that we are part of something together. So trust then connects directly to a sense of belonging, that we are part of a group, of a company, and I get a certain sense of who I am by virtue of my sense of connection to this group, and the group defines me and gets my contribution. So it's a mutual experience. Mutuality is essential to living organisms, be it in nature or in social ecological. And I get a certain sense of who I am by virtue of my sense of connection to this group, and the group defines me and gets my contribution. So it's a mutual experience. Mutuality is essential to living organisms, be it in nature or in social ecological systems. And there is recognition. It means that there is respect, that I feel valued, that I feel that I contribute, and that it is recognized. This is essential because I could achieve and perform and meet the productivity goals and all of that, but if nobody pays attention to it, it doesn't really meet the need. But the biggest one is the collective resilience. To me, that's the one that really stands out, because resilience isn't an individual matter only. It's not just a set of traits that exists inside of you and that you need to tap into in order to face adversity and all of that. Resilience is how we, at this point in particular, are able to respond creatively and adaptively and flexibly to all changes that are happening. The workplace is in massive flux. And from a relational point of view, it's huge. And it is basically at this point becoming no longer just a soft skill. It's becoming the new bottom line, basically.